Go.
I'm Ellen McCauley. I'm a Pray It Off in Syracuse, New York, and we just a few moments ago heard from someone who has lost 50 pounds. And you know, we live in a stressful world. She has a stressful job working for a tax accountant, especially during tax time. She lost her mom during the Pray It Off sessions, which she was part of this group. And I'm talking about stress tonight. And I spent a lot of time before we got here on Bible readings, on Mary Ellen's award, because to me, that alleviates stress. Hearing about someone's success, hearing about the Word of God, hearing about a priest that I didn't know about because I didn't have his acquaintance. Those things touch me and they calm me down. One thing I do want to mention is last week we talked about anger and resentment, and a lot of that can be a partner of stress. And I had forgotten to talk about the back of the food log was food resentment. We didn't talk about actually being mad at food. And I just want to talk about that for 1 minute because I get mad at food. I get mad because I want to have so much more than my body does. My mind wants that huge chocolate chip cookie that Mary Ellen talks about, but I know my body doesn't want it. I gained weight over Easter, and this week I lost it all, and I feel 1,000,000% better. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, because when we do gain weight, we beat ourselves up, don't we? We put more stress on ourselves. So let's just talk about some effective ways to manage stress. And even good things can cause stress. Anyone ever plan a wedding? Oh, that's a good thing, but you can get very stressed out. And one of the things it says here, and I only give you these things for ideas, and I ask that you read them at home because these are good articles, especially this week. Do less. You know, I have 30 days left in my job and 3 years of work to do in those 30 days. Every day they're like, I know you're leaving, but could you do this one little thing before you go? And it's like 2 months worth of work in and of itself. So I need to say, I treat my job the same way Drew Pray It Off. The packet's 20 pages. It's all in Times Roman 14. It's organized. There's a song that goes with the topic. Everything I do at work is organized. I sweat it out. I'm going to have to do the best I can and let it go because they're not going to be crying over Ellen McCauley when I leave. They're going to be like, okay, who's her replacement? Oh, remember Ellen? Then a year from now, Ellen who? You know? So we need to prioritize our health. Because if I drop dead right now, they might shed a tear or two, maybe a couple of them. But me stressing myself out only hurts myself. We need to have a sacred place to go. We need to, I have a sanctuary that I've told you about in my house that I never go in, and it's beautiful, and there's this couch you can lay on. You better believe I'm going to be in there when I retire. Also, breathing, drinking tea. If we were English, we'd be drinking tea all the time. English people think Americans are too excitable. That's because they're always sitting back having a cup of tea, you know, just relaxing. Reach out and touch someone. I made sure to hug every single person. Now, I was a big hugger before COVID, and I don't like COVID, so I'm still a little paranoid about it. But I just think touching people makes such a big deal. And working with your hands. You know, this is so funny. It says, play music is the last one. The other day I was at a red light, and the car next to me was playing that really loud rap music with a lot of swear words. The whole car was going ba-boom, ba-ba-boom. So I had the message on, and it was one of the ones that I'm always singing really loud, but I can't remember the name of it. But I cranked it up so loud that my car was going ba-boom, ba-boom. So then I just kind of glanced over, and he was shaking his head and laughing. So, I mean, it was just, I just got the biggest kick out of me doing that. So I be careful in case people have guns, but I did think it was pretty funny. But how do we prevent stress-related weight gain. Now, there's this whole article here about chronic stress. I have been stressed since I came out of the womb on June 25th, 1954. I am the child of a violent alcoholic. I learned very young to be careful, be careful. There's so many people that you learn stress young, and that stress stays with you, and you find comforting things. Give me food, I need this, it makes me feel good. Some people said to me, oh, I don't know what you're going to do when you retire. I'll find more things to be stressed about, I'm sure, because that's what I do. But the thing is, it talks about all these chemicals and hormones and cortisol and thyroid hormones and dopamine and all these things that get unregulated when you have stress. And if you have sugar, fat, and salt combinations, that triggers increased stress. You're more stressed when you eat these things. And there's so many stress-related illnesses: high blood pressure, diabetes, heart disease, stroke, depression, cancer. And it talks about exercising and dealing with past trauma. Well, guess what? We're still, at Pray It Off, we talk about things. We talk about past traumas. I tell you things. I don't hide anything. I said, my Pray It Off people like me, and I tell them exactly who I am. They know when I'm a jerk. They know when I'm nice. The thing is, we need to be honest with who we are and share it with people, and that's what's so good about this group. It talks about getting sunlight. I don't know about you, but I'm happier in the summer. You know? I think vitamin D is a really, really big deal. I'm going to stop right there, Bobby.